In this short video, you're going to have your mind blown. This is the most mysterious object to man, the Shroud of Turin. Now what we're doing today is we're looking at the bloodstains on the forehead. In a moment I'm going to show you they make up Hebrew letters that make up a word. So Jesus literally signed this in blood. But the wounds are entirely natural. Dr. Pierre Barbet, one of the first scientists to study the shroud, highlighted the mixture of arterial and venous blood flows in the forehead wounds. He concluded,
"The patterns are consistent with what would be expected from such injury during crucifixion."
Dr. Robert Booklet observed and said,
"Blood streams from the scalp indicate puncture wounds consistent with a crown of thorns."
Dr. Alan Adler was also stunned by the findings. He said,
"It looks to us that what we are seeing is not whole blood, but the exudation from blood clots, so there has to have been enough time for the blood to have clotted on this individual before the cloth came into contact with it. This indicates a direct contact with a wounded body."
The first letter we come to is the Hebrew word ayin, which means seeing or knowledge. The next letter is vav, which is like a tent peg and means to secure or join. Next we have shin, which is also an Hebrew name for God. This means teeth, like pressure. Finally we have the yod, which means hand or arm. It indicates an action or work. From right to left, this says Jesus in his blood. So this is what I've discovered, and if this doesn't convince you of who this is, I don't know what will. But remember, these were natural blood stains. And I showed this to AI and asked it what were the chances of this happening, and for it to calculate the probability, this is what it said.
The probability of the bloodstains on the Shroud of Turin, determined by pathologists to be authentic and reflecting various types of blood flows, forming the letters of Jesus' name in Paleo-Hebrew purely by chance, is extraordinarily low. Assuming each bloodstain has a 1 in 100 chance of resembling a specific letter and considering the need for 4 specific letters to appear in sequence, the initial probability is 1 in 100 million. Even with a generous adjustment factor for rotation and arrangement, the final probability remains extremely low, around 1 in 10 million. Thus, the likelihood of these bloodstains accidentally forming these specific letters is approximately 1 in 10 million.
And if that wasn't enough, there's letters on the back of the head as well that mean something. So it's the Shin Aleph Tav, which is God, the beginning and the end. The same thing Jesus said at the end of Revelation. But it also means God in the strength of the cross.
I have come, that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him, and he with me. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. If you want to know more about my burial cloth, then you will seek and find it in this illustrated booklet called The Case of the Missing Body. There you will find the history of my burial shroud and the most recent findings. The link for this is in the bio.